Welcome to Getting Started Recording with Reaper. In this video, we'll focus on a slightly more technical, but perhaps one of the most important topics in recording: levels. We'll look at how levels are measured in a digital audio workstation like Reaper, the different types of meters used to measure levels, and how to configure the master bus for mixing. In the digital world, levels are measured according to decibels full scale, or dBFS for short. You'll notice that the meters in the mixer control panel begin with -54, then -42, and gradually go until they reach 0. 0 is considered full scale and the highest the meter can go. Once you reach this point, there are no more digital bits available to represent your audio signal, and everything begins to clip or distort. In the analog world, sometimes distortion is desirable. However, in the digital world, it should be avoided at all costs because it sounds harsh and nasty. The meters in these tracks are called peak meters. They measure the level of an audio signal in real time. As we play the tracks, notice how quickly they jump and bounce. When recording audio from your audio interface, I recommend targeting an average input level of about -18 to -14. This will give you a good, strong signal while allowing plenty of headroom. It also closely aligns with how your audio interface best works. Another type of meter is called the loudness meter, also known as averaging or RMS meter. This is how I have the master bus meter configured. It's also closely aligned to how our ears hear. This meter displays the average level of a sound across a window such as 300 or 600 milliseconds. Finally, let's look at how to configure the master bus. There are many philosophies and opinions for how loud your mix should be. My personal preference is to use what is known as the K system. I find that it allows me to produce a solid, dynamic mix that can later be polished during the mastering phase. For mixing, I recommend configuring the master bus to the K20 standard. To launch the master bus's settings, right-click in the meter. First, set the meter to stereo RMS with an RMS window of 600 milliseconds. Next, set the display offset to 20. This will make -20 dBFS read as 0 on the meter. This is what we'll target when we're mixing. Finally, set the display gain to 3.1 and red threshold to 0. Let's review what we've learned. In the digital world, levels are measured according to decibels full scale, or dBFS. Peak meters show levels in real time, while loudness meters show average level, which more closely aligns with how our ears hear. And we configured the master bus to align to the K20 standard, which we'll use when mixing. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and if you'd like to know when more content like this is released, subscribe and ring the bell.